Sure.
Well, hello everyone. This is TD, Team Tucker versus Team New Zealand, Game 1 of the group stage.
Team Kenny.
This is myself, Michael.
Yes, Team Kenny.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, Team Kenny, my bad. So this is myself, Magic Time, and I have Crave with me, and I think I also have Tucker
Hello.
and Jay.
Only 10 seconds.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Yeah, interesting. And one thing we noticed is Honju has mysteriously not shown up.
Wow.
For those who are wondering.
Wow. Puppy cat. We don't know where he is, but apparently he's cooking or being very cooked at the moment.
Yes, so we're not going to see him right now. But we have Puppy Cat standing in for him. So gonna see how that affects their draft. I think Team Kenny, I think they're gonna go with the Magnus this game. I feel it coming because literally the only reason I say that is because last night they played Magnus and they did well on it. So I'm feeling a Magnus pick.
Well, Magnus is definitely one of Kenny's standout or main heroes that he plays.
Oh, I lied. They picked a lion, so they've got other things in mind.
Radiant spam.
They picked a pit lord for the team NZ. So
Well, it
yeah,
looks like they have a
already,
front liner.
Pick's not going the way I thought. That's true. Someone who can buy a pipe against like Warlock is always pretty good.
Only 10 seconds.
Same thing with Greaves. You can dispel the fatal bonds, also good. Okay, so yeah, I heard about this. I heard that they were scared of, not scared, but they were just gonna ban out Justin's Windrunner, which was something we didn't see from the other two series with or the other series with Team Kenny, clearly respecting the Windrunner ban. So I think that's yeah, we're gonna have to see what Justin plays mid. Is if it's gonna be like a Clinks or an Axe or Leshrac. He was really liking Leshrac, so I think he's pretty keen on Leshrac right now.
5 seconds remain.
Well, you see the Void ban, which is expected against... Actually, who are they banning the Void against? This is the wrong team.
I
to
mean,
be
there's no
banned.
Lakshman.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they just feel like, yeah, we don't want to lane against the Void, or Void is good against like Warlock or something. They just don't want to play against it. I can understand that. So yeah, just banning whatever.
Void is a very strong hero. It's a good carry, and it's one of the few carries who have a very good AoE kind of team fight disable, which I think it's one of the strongest ones if you hit it right.
Spam.
Void Spirit.
Void Spirit? Okay, so they're banning out the mid heroes. Yep. They know he likes playing Void Spirit, so yeah, it's a good ban, I reckon. Razor ban, they think Justin might play Razor, but we all know that he does not have a Razor. Razor, I'm not sure how that does against Viper. What do you think this Viper is going to be? Do you think they're going to just default to a mid Viper, or do you think they have the potential to like lane it on one of the side lanes?
I think it's very hard to run Underlord anywhere but offlane, and maybe I guess you can always... I've seen Underlord mids being played. I haven't seen their team playing mid, but I would expect it to be Underlord mid, so as offlane. So I would expect a Viper to be mid. But then this Kunkka can also play mid as well. So they're very flex picks, and you can always play Viper as a support role as well.
That's true. And there's the Magnus.
That you talked about.
Yeah, so yeah, I feel like if Kenny's gonna have a good game if he gets a good farm. What I'm interested to see is what hero they pick for the Magnus. So this is probably gonna be, is it an offlane Magnus, I believe? So we're gonna see what kind of core they want to play it with, because yeah, making sure you can get that empower on like a good hero is something you want to think about when you pick this hero. So.
And Jason plays a lot of melee carries. Oh, well, and then
gyro,
just pick a gyro right after me saying that.
So maybe it might be a mid Magnus. Do you think that's a possibility? Fock does play mid sometimes, so
Yeah, I definitely think so. His mid Magnus is pretty strong.
10 seconds to
yes. Although I do know that Justin does sometimes like to play like Sven mid or something, or like some weirdo cheesy stuff, you know. So maybe that's also a possibility. We're just gonna have to see what how their draft goes.
Must confess, I'm a bit worried about Sven mid. You're just going to have two carries that both need farm, unless you put a mid Jaro as a magic damage build. But then you're kind of negating the strength of Jaro, which is to carry and run in and carry.
Yeah.
5 seconds.
Well, I mean, Gyro does have a lot of these really good early game spells, like the Rocket Barrage and the Rocket are really underrated, and the Cooldown is also a really good team fight spell, so getting levels on Gyro is not that bad. However, I don't think Justin plays Gyro, so I'm pretty sure this is just going to be a safe lane Gyro with whatever the hell Justin wants to play mid.
I think the both of the core selection at the moment need a lot of space, so it's going to be, I think it's going to be a Clinks that's going to come out.
Clinks, okay. The thing about picking Clinks is that, yeah, you don't have an Empower hero, which, I mean, you don't always have to have, like, an Empower hero with Magnus. You can always go for, like, a Luna or something, which works well with the Empower. But it's just, I feel like you're missing out on a very big portion of what this hero offers, right? So, yeah. Well, I guess we're just going to have to see what they think.
Dire.
A very quick
Knew what they were
pick,
gonna pick.
Luna.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Luna picked up for the Radiant. Let's see what Justin's hero is gonna be. I think they're gonna take a bit of time for this because, yeah, they're probably thinking is the Sven gonna work? If not, then what do we play instead, right? Leshrax's in the pool, Klink's in the pool. What else is there? What else has Justin played? Winona has been bad, unfortunately, so we're not seeing that. Axe maybe? Do you think Axe mid could be good? It's all right against Conquer on paper.
But I know, would it be? It depends on who's going to be playing mid, right? Like your Luna's going to be carry, most likely. So your Underlord's probably off lane, and then if that's the case, then it's either going to be a Viper or Conquer mid. And I guess any of them can go mid. It's just that we don't really know who favors fight mid more. That the hold for 2069, who I think is the best player. It just depends on who he wants to play, or she wants to play Viper or Conquer mid.
I think Hall plays more Conquer, but I guess they can always play a Viper. It's a pretty straightforward hero.
Well, see, I'm thinking about Viper right now, and there is not one hero that has a break spell, like a passive that can be broken, right? So, I mean, I feel like they picked the Viper, and then they just kind of like didn't really get anything to break. A bit unfortunate. But I mean, I've seen this hero work. This hero can still work. You don't need to have like the perfect Viper game for Viper to be good. So yeah, it seems like they don't know what to pick. Justin's probably just like, just give me Leshrac or something. But I feel like he also wants to play Sven as well. So yeah, I'm not sure what are they gonna go for. A really crucial pick. It's the Sven. Sven mid. Alright, so we're gonna see if after seeing that, are they gonna run the Viper mid? Because I feel like if you run the Viper mid, it's like a pretty bad matchup for Sven. I mean, your melee, it's pretty hard for you to do anything in the lane versus Viper when he orbs you. Like, what are you gonna do? It's just, yeah, it's a pretty sad lane. And they still haven't picked, so okay, so it looks like it's going to be Conquer mid versus the Sven, because Hold didn't pick up his Conquer, so. Yeah, how do you think the lanes are going to go for both the Radiant and the Dire? Do you think anyone's got an advantage so far?
I mean, I think Conquer and Sven will probably match up pretty well on paper. I think Tax Collector is going to be against Magnus with... It might be a quite good kill lane, actually, with Lion and Magnus against Luna. Luna's quite low range, so if they get stuns, Shockwave, pull back, and just right-click him,
Sure.
It's quite strong lane. Jason's going to be playing carry, so with Warlock, so it doesn't look like he will die in that lane. If he needs, he'll just start right-clicking and barraging.
Yeah. And yeah, Gyro's like one of the heroes that doesn't do too bad against Pitfall, so I feel like he's going to be fine.
Another thrilling match awaits us.
Maybe that's a bit better. Alright, so on the Radiant team, it's going to be Hold 420 on his mid Conquer. There's going to be Upper the NZ captain, I believe, playing his POS 5 Shadow Shaman. We're gonna have Ragnarok Unyielding on the Pit Lord. The Tax Collector is gonna be on the Luna, and then we're gonna have Weaponized Octopus Slimes on the Viper. So it's gonna be a pretty interesting game. And on the Dire team, we have Justin Mid playing the mid Sven, who has bought a Sentry. We were talking about this just before, about mid wards and how you wanna on them, because getting your mid warded, de-warded at level 1 is a big advantage to the enemy team. So yeah, he's going to be playing mid Sven. We have Stu on the Warlock, playing POS 5, I believe. Jimmy's going to be, sorry, Puppycat's going to be playing POS 5, POS 4 in the offlane, along with Fock, Kenny, Magnus. Gonna see if he's going to be able to pull off some mad RPs this game. And then we have NG on carry, so it's going to be a pretty interesting game. Both teams going for the double bounty, not doing anything crazy. So they're both going to be able to pick up 2 bounties. And then, yeah, I think the lane to watch. Okay, so mid lane doesn't seem to be. I mean, it's not going to be that interesting. I mean, maybe Kunkka might be able to get a kill once he gets level 6, but until then, it's like I feel like they're just going to be stunning, farming the lane. You know. Sven's going to get his farm, Kunkka's going to be able to cleave his farm, so it should be a fine lane for both of them. I think the lane to watch is actually going to be bot lane, because they have this funky... They decided to run the Viper bot, so it's going to be a support Viper against Lion and Mag, so I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure how that plays out. I mean, it's going to be able to get man-fight the Lion quite a bit, and then...
I'm a bit worried that Viper is not really going to be able to protect Luna if they do end up going on the Luna. While top lane, I can kind of see the rationale, because the Pit Lord hit combos and the Appa combos, which is disables. It's not like the Dire team can actually stop her. Like, there's no cancelling of Shackle, right? So he can probably get a full pit, Shackle pit onto a hero and do a lot of damage. And he's already quite good in last hits as well. He's already 4-2 against Destrara. It's just, I actually wondered if Destrara will have quite a rough lane in some ways.
That's true. I think that I think the theory behind the Viper position 5 is bully them enough that they won't have enough health to actually go on the carry.
That's a good point. I mean, already they seem to be taking quite a bit, but I think the Lion bought plenty of regen, so it shouldn't be a problem as long as he has the time to regen up.
Looking at mid lane, last hits as we expected, 9-2 versus 9-0. It's going to be quite an even lane. I'd expect Justin to sustain a lot of harass, probably get a bit of regen. Be interested to see if he gets a bottle, given that he'll be in the lane, and essentially he'll just be pushing out with great cleave. And then he'll be going...
He's already opted to go 2 points in it, yep. Up top lane, Shackle's going down along with Firestorm. A lot of damage onto the 2 heroes, but they're going to be able to walk it off.
And then Stuart will be here just healing Jason.
Yeah, so overall I think laning stage, it's going to be a pretty quiet one. It's not going to be many kills unless they're going to come from bot, so that's going to be the lane to watch.
Cat's getting gone under. He's getting a lot of harass.
He's going to be alright though.
De-ward by Justin. Gold.
Yep.
The right.
Oh, there's the skew under the tower, bottom lane.
Nice.
Oh, a lot of harass going down on him. No shockwave, so not going to be able to pick up the kill. And now they're going to turn to Viper, man. Alright, that's a pretty big skewer. How many heroes did he get? Did he get both of them or just one?
Looks like he got one of them, and then Viper was just there harassing. Now he's going to get the rune, which I guess is quite a good swing for gold. 50 times 250 times 2. So 500 gold swing.
But now you have a Viper position 5 who's going for a Wraith band first, and he's already out of regen.
Yeah, so... I feel... Oh. Pause. Not sure what for. Might be some strategic pause going on here, but there's probably gonna be some.
Even though we have a puppy cat, this is a puppy pause that we have. Looking at the stage of the game, the last hits, winning by Conquer mid 23-1. I think that's quite expected. Conquer has quite good last hits with Tidebringer. You get 50 extra damage, you splash, and as a melee hero, you're always worried about being within range to keep getting harassed down. Especially Justin, who's not someone who gets a lot of regen in lane. So he's getting out last hit, and I suspect that to be going up. The lead getting a bit bigger. Okay, top lane.
Yeah.
Last hit 9-2 versus 15-9. This is what we were talking about, the pit shackle pit
Shackle's on
combo.
top, actually, yeah.
And this is going to be a bit of damage. Carry getting good regen, even though he has a support lane. I think that's very good, knowing that there is a lot of harass. But he's oh, okay. Well, we just missed it, but we expected the Viper going down because he didn't have any regen as a support 5.
That's true. And as the Viper, do you come back to this lane, you reckon? Or is it time to just, like, you know, cut your losses, go someone else, maybe find something top or something? Because I feel like this bot lane is, as a Viper, is not the lane you want to be in right now. I feel like you're just kind of a liability.
I agree.
But
at the same time, your Luna's going to have a very rough lane by herself. Like this. Your Luna's isn't able to contest this pull. Your Luna's just going to get hit on. Magnus has high HP, high armor. And your Luna really can't rifle him down. It's just rough situation to be in. And I think all you can do is just hope to get more regen, just keep harassing this lion. And basically you get your Luna Lucent Beam and Poison and just keep harassing him out of the lane and then get a bit of farm when he's out of lane or dead.
Yeah. Sounds like a good idea, actually. I mean, it seems like the top lane is doing pretty well, so I mean, both safe lanes are not going the way they want, but I mean, that's something you gotta, it's something they're gonna have to accept, and how they play
Your mic
going forward is, very crackly. Okay, I will try. I think I just need to speak louder or something. Oh, I need to turn my threshold up. I think it's too loud.
Oh, looking Shackle,
that's
pull back. This is what we talked about, Shockwave, and then what a good body block by Kenny, and dead. That's a good line, air spike as well. Very good kill potential on both lanes, top and bottom, and consequently, both their supports are doing somewhere near the middle of the last hit. Well, it looks like their main carries are all mid with Justin. And hold for 2069.
The Viper player, I think he's the new player on the team. They need to direct his skill build and his item builds a bit more.
Yeah. He went for this 1-1-1 build. Well,
you have no
not sure how that's gonna turn
position 5.
Ah, okay. So that seems to be the main problem. Okay.
I think the poison attack should be maxing this lane to have the maximum harass, especially on this line. Harassing a Magnus, I guess it's okay, but you starve up and then it's all, and then it'll just come back to normal. The lion is the one that has low HP and seems to kill. Oh, they're going again? They're going again?
They want to go in again, yeah. But Kenny's too low, so they weren't able to get the skill back.
Well. So this Viper's mana is really low,
yeah,
and he can't get his mana boots. So once he gets a salve, Kenny gets a salve, he's just gonna die. Like, he has no way to protect, and I think Luna, understanding this, is going to farm jungle, give the lane to.
I think that's the right. Yeah, I think that's the right play. Also, one thing we failed to mention is, Conqueror has been stacking Ancients as well, so yeah. There's a triple stack already, so I mean, if the game goes on long enough, and if Conquer decides to, he can opt to give it to the Luna, help her catch up, or he can take it to himself and try and make plays with that farm and level that he's gonna get from the stacks. So yeah, we're gonna have to see what happens to that. That stack's gonna be a pretty big point later on in the game.
Who do you think should get the stack? Oh, they're coming bot. He's pulled back as expected.
Yeah, Conquer has decided to TP, so he's here. Big burst. Oh, double cleaves and bound. Wow, with the DD as well, just evaporates those two heroes. So that's a great rotation from the Conquer.
And 2 TPs as well for that.
Managing to salvage his bot lane, but I think they really needed that. So I think that's actually worth it for the Radiant.
And now Luna's going to continue farming.
And now,
blocked his own camp 2 times in a row, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Appa has a smoke, has an observer ward. He is perhaps angling for a gank mid.
Bot lane.
Viper bot, yep, getting skewered again. He's gonna go down as well. They wanted to give the levels to the Viper with the Luna going to the jungle to get that extra bit of farm on their team, but it didn't really work out. They just managed to respawn and get him again out of the tower. So yeah, Viper pick not really working out the best. How they, yeah, the best really. Just
Looking at top lane, one of the things I noticed is that this mana is really low on Underlord. And now, unfortunately, Underlord can't really contest as well as he did before. Like he's survivable, but now Jason's going to start catching up in the lane, trying to get the last hits because there's no Shadow Shaman causing a kill potential. And now Stuart on the Warlock is just stacking camps, which is really good against for the Gyro because Gyro can just stack. I think what Dire's doing is great. They're enabling the going on to the RPUs for Luna. Pull back. That's a good position to pull back. No, level 6, no Eclipse. Would have got a kill. Might have got a kill
opted
there.
not to level it. Because she thought the lane was going bad, so she went for this kind of Moonglaves build. But if you go for the Moonglaves build, like you don't have the levels in Beam to get a good ult. So maybe she just she decided that it wasn't worth it. I'll just get more farm potential.
Yeah, I mean I haven't played
Then,
I haven't played Luna in a while, but Moonglaves, my understanding, the bounces each of them really reduces as it hits, and if your base damage is not high, I'm not sure how much utility it is getting Moonglaves over Lucent Beam, because supposedly, like, if he got a Lucent Beam and then got Eclipse and killed this Magnus, I think it would catch up a lot more in that time. So I'm not so sure about this build.
No, the Moonglaze acceleration is still feels really big in the jungle. You can get it jungle.
Between 4 and 5 bounces, though, like it's.
Yep. But I think with
It's a
5
significant
creeps
amount,
next to the Magnus, I don't think the Eclipse would have killed him. There's good chance he would have died before even hitting once.
Before he got RP'd or after RP, yeah, who knows? Who knows? I think if
it was
he
a
was
full
level
creep
4
right there.
Lucent Beam, all he needed was one of the beams to hit him and he would have died. Shockwave, pull back as well. Full lane that we talked about. Running the other direction. Oh, that was a good Viper ult. Zoning out. And now everyone's coming as well. They know that they were there.
Oh, they realized the Conquerors, yeah. So
Oh, but Stuart's coming in with a heal. Heal.
oh, he managed to get the nuke down. Wow, from the level 2 beam. And with Kunka here, it's gonna be really. Oh, Sven has decided to show up. He's got ult running.
He's coming to farm.
But he's just gonna farm this creep wave. Yeah, just came to farm this creep wave, making sure his team don't get anything more. So, I mean, I'm kind of a wasted TP from the Sven, but I mean, he's gonna be happy farming down here.
In the meantime, Jar is just
Yeah, the Shadow Shaman got mid too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mid tower.
Yeah. Oh, he actually soloed mid tower. Wow. Upper.
space
Showing he
created.
knows how to split push. Yeah. For your true carry. Actually top lane as well. There's not, I mean, Gyro's up here, but he doesn't really have the resources to defend this, so they might just get this top tower as well. So Radiant showing, yeah, just kind of dominating this early game with the tower taking, because yeah, early game you really want to get these towers, really important. So yeah, they're gonna be able to get top tower, and on the other side of the coin, Dire does not have a single tower, so yeah, not looking the greatest for the Dire.
Shackle top.
Upper Shackles onto
Shackle
Gyro,
is slowly walking by.
but
Stuart's here. Oh,
okay.
oh, using
Lion and
bombs.
Magnus are both here, so they want
Rock
to come
used.
in, yeah. Warlock ult dropped.
Stun. Got Appa. Think of death. Dead.
Alright, so Upper's dead. Are they going to be able to pick up this pit? He is extremely
There is a reverse
tanky.
polarity.
Are they going to blow the RP for this?
Oh.
There is. Okay, so they're going to... Yeah, they're going to get the Pit Lord TP, so they're not going to be able to get anything from that.
Oh wait, his TP just here. What? Do the team know? Do the team know
wanted
that he
to
just
stay and
TP'd
farm,
somehow over
really
here?
greedy.
That has to be a misclick.
The team doesn't know. It looks like the
No,
team
I
does
bet-
not know. If they paid attention before.
No, they don't know.
Ooh, interesting.
Oh, Kenny is TPing bot to defend the tower, yeah, so they clearly don't. And then he's going to show on the lane, they're going to realize, oh man, this guy's still here.
What a next level play.
I mean, honestly, that was a next level play.
Justin's
He
getting
played-
shackled. Stun. Warlock.
but
Doing
he was
actual Shadow
extremely
Shaman.
tanky.
Hit. stunned, running out. Following the Shadow Shaman.
Justin gonna be able to run down. Yeah, he's gonna be able to.
Conker doesn't have any more mana.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
it just
not
has
sure about
enough
this.
for a
Yeah.
turn.
Just for an X, but okay. So Justin's gonna go down. A big kill. He's probably the highest net worth. Who's the highest net worth? Conker followed by the Sven. So yeah, Sven, big kill for the Dire. Looking at the net worth, actually, the Radiant team tiers are all farmed, or all more farmed than the Dire cores, except for the Sven, who is on top of the Pit and the Luna. So yeah, I think that's definitely a big kill for the Radiant.
But what I would like to see now is them being a bit more active, and this is the timing that they're looking at. The Magnus just got his blink dagger, and he's hanging around die triangle.
Sven opting for a BKB, so he knows that. So he knows that it's time for, yeah, he wants to get some magic community, go in, you know, create some space for the gyro that's farming. So I think they're gonna be making some plays soon once he gets that BKB.
They
Wards
use
dropped
wards on the bot.
for bot. Yep. So tower's probably gonna go down here. I don't see much of a defense being mustered right now. So yeah, that's a dead tower. So all the tier 1s going down for the Radiant, whereas the Dire have gotten a nil.
I quite like it a lot. It's very systematically taking the outer towers, rotating to protect a tower, killing that solo hero, and then taking over the triangle. It's very systematic Dota, and now they're getting the stacks as well. Maybe they're even stacking for them before, but looks like they just got it. So those three are here, hiding in the trees. Justin farming. Mid tower is probably going to actually go down from the... I would like to have seen that being TP and supported and the tower. But
Yeah.
now Luna's going top, contesting farm with Jason. I think the difficulty with Luna is it's a very squishy hero, and you have no real utility if you don't have items, which he doesn't have at the moment. So the Jara can at least throw a cooldown, and if he doesn't have Eclipse, he has literally no use in a team fight apart from a beam. So I think he looks like he's just going to farm in this time and try to get big. While Jason, if he needs to, he can just jump in with a bit of Rocket Barrage or cooldown. But looking at Conker, coming trying to solo kill him. Coming down, hit. Whoa, missed all the combo.
He botched the combo. Yeah, uncharacteristic. I did not expect that, honestly.
And now he's by
But
himself.
even then, he's yeah. I mean, even if he landed the combo, he's quite tanky, so I'm not sure. Oh, but they're gonna go.
Oh, they're leading
go
with
for
two
a
heroes that
kill
really
on
don't have
this
any
Conker.
disables, I'm not sure. But, oh,
Yeah, they
using
need-
ult for that. Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know about this. This suddenly looks really bad. There's a lot of heroes here. 2 versus 4 right now. Magnus and Stu are both here, but they used the Warlock ult. The Warlock rock gets killed already, and it looks like actually the Gyro is going to get caught out. So that's a big kill going the way of the Radiant this time. Not what the Dire was expecting at all there.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
I
just-
think Kenny didn't get into the smoke, or he just ran top for some reason. Did anyone see that part?
Kenny wasn't in the
no, it just
smoke,
looked
he was
like-
pushing the lane.
Yeah. Because they
Yeah,
led
and-
with
yeah,
two
they
heroes that
needed
have no
to-
slow or disable to try to kill hero.
Yeah.
It's not on the same page. They needed the heroes that could just either disable, which is Lion at the front, or a hero that can actually run forward there, which they didn't have.
Yeah.
Looking bot,
Bit
they're trying to TP.
unfortunate.
This is what we talked about before, the TP support. They kill the tower, BKB. So now Justin
BKB,
knows
okay.
how to counter this strat that the New Zealand team is doing, where they TP support towers to try to get a kill on the person who's pushing by just getting the BKB. I think that's a very smart decision.
Yeah. Recognizing that the Radiant team have no stuns that go through.
Looking top.
And actually, Pit
Looking
Lord.
top,
They're going
looking
to
top.
Pit Lord top now, so yeah. Big damage coming down. Cooldown and Rocket Barrage is going to be enough to secure the kill. So yeah, as you said before, that Gyro is like, yeah, one of the things he offers is being able to have that damage early game, right? Unlike one of those traditional carriers who just need the farm to be able to dish damage, Gyro has a kit of his own that allows him to deal damage. So I reckon that's a pretty good kill for the Radiant. I'm sorry, Dire.
And looking at the gold lead, it's 3k in the favor of Dire. So I think it's been stagnated for a bit of time. I think with a good push there and the Underlord dying. I'll be interested to see how they play this, given that they have 2 carries on Dire team. So if this goes late, Dire is going to be very scary. This Sven can just essentially right-click the whole support team down with no 2 or 3 hits. Jaro is a very good hero to run forward, so they might be doing a reverse thing where Jaro goes in and then the rest of the team comes in to support Jaro.
True. Yeah, Jaro is one of these heroes that like being the hero at the front because, yeah, once you get your Ags Satanic, it's like there's a lot of healing, you're pretty tank. So yeah, he's going to be pretty happy playing that.
Skewer back. Viper just stood there when he was right-clicking this Magnus.
At the same time, Shadow Shaman's getting caught out by the 2 supports, so this is actually going to be a double kill, it looks like. Actually, Conqueror has shown up, so
and a missed
now
boat
Jimmy is on the run.
3 seconds is... Just remember this RP, pullback. Oh, no mana for the pullback. Ooh.
No mana for a pullback. NG has decided to show up, but it looks like Conqueror is actually going to be able to just
They forced the
run away,
buyback as well.
They've got no stun.
I think that was value. Like, they forced the buyback, even though Upper was nowhere close to saving this Conqueror, even if he did go there. Even if Conqueror got stuck there, he would have just died.
Yeah. Being a bit liberal with his buyback. Might have been a slight mistake, but in the end, the Conqueror does manage to live, so... Should be fine.
I think unfortunate if the Magnus had a bit more mana to do the pullback, I think he would have gotten the kill at the tower with the rest of the 4 heroes. But unfortunately, he didn't have any more mana left after all his combos because he actually had to use it on the Viper beforehand.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate, but not much you can do about that.
Talk about systematic Dota, so now they're just pushing top with the wards. I really like this ward use. I think getting a tower is a lot more useful than getting one hero per kill in a team fight, unless it's obviously like one of the big heroes. But this tower might not go down, but and go farm, but it essentially forces rotation up. And now Sven is just farming wards himself on the map. Oh, they got caught. Yeah. This guy got caught out again. Ragnarok stun. Atlas just hiding there, doesn't want to be anywhere around this. Underlord getting the taxi. He could have used it a bit earlier and he could have still survived. But he still might... Oh,
okay, yeah.
Oh, now there are no apples here. For some reason they pinged them out. Oh, okay.
But he's gonna get up, yeah.
I think if Pitlord used his ult first and then used the rest of his combos, he probably would have survived actually. He might surprise, he probably surprised himself how long he survived.
Yeah. And this Sven is starting to get pretty scary. He's got a blink now. He's going for a Daedalus, so once he gets it, it's going to be an immense amount of damage. But they do have
Conquer
the
using
items
combo
to
again.
Sven right now.
Now the rest of the team is coming to back him up. Sven, 3 seconds for stun. Okay.
So yeah, as we saw, his team was actually nowhere near him, the Conquer, so he did that play clearly looking for the BKB bait, and he managed to get it. So another charge down for the BKB, 7 seconds already. So that was a pretty good play from the Conquer. Yeah, as I was saying, they have the items to deal with this Sven. They ended up going for a Halberd, but hold that thought. There's actually going to be a fight in the triangle, it looks like. They're rotating a lot of heroes on the Radiant. 3 heroes here.
Oh, RP! That's a nice RP. Two-man RP. Sven, ult, stunning, hitting. Oh, I like that torrent thing, but he's probably going to get right-clicked. The whole 5 teams there. Unfortunate positioning.
Yeah. So
it was used a bit too early.
Good RP from the Magnus.
Yeah, that's an excellent RP.
Yeah. Yeah, so Kenny really showing his mastery of the hero. Yeah, so Kenny is actually pretty good at Magnus, one of his best heroes, I reckon. So yeah, managing to get that double kill, be big for the team. And now they're gonna gear up for mid. Sven still has his ult, so I mean they can still go for this. But Pitlord very tanky. BKB popped along with the Luna ult, so that's gonna cancel each other out. Viper strike onto Sven. He's slowed in this fight, but they're gonna get the Viper. Viper is going down quick. He's dead. Kenny looking for a skewer back. He might get one on the Pitlord. He misses, so unfortunate. But they do manage to get an extra kill from that. So.
And Jason's in the meanwhile finally got getting some big kills. Jason's actually caught up reasonably well. He's only 2,000 behind this Luna. Luna has fight significantly, but Luna hasn't been in any of the fights apart from this one. So But at the same
True.
time, the Dire team really is relying on Sven as a primary control anyways. Jason just has to get tanked, and he recognizes this, trying to get a BKB Magnum Scepter, so he can just run in and cause havoc.
Yeah. Yeah, so usually when you pick Luna, you really want this hero to like do well in the lane, have a really big network advantage so that you can kind of snowball off that, hit a timing, you know, and then take some towers. But
Jason
Luna
getting
has just
caught up.
not had the farm.
The team shackle, but the rest of the team is here. Oh, that's a ult that's... I think
Kind of missed. Or Warlock's ult gets wards get dropped. Actually gonna be able to trap him. So yeah, you're talking about it before. Do you think that's a kill worth dropping wards for?
I think he probably would have been dead. I didn't think a ward was useful. Was exactly necessary. The Pit Lord kind of can zone the rest of the heroes out with the Pit of Malice, and I think they would have had enough damage to kill the Gyro by himself. Gyro recognizing this.
I mean,
BKBs.
yeah. I mean, but at the same time, that's like a really big kill. So I reckon just being able to ensure that kill, I think it's worth it. That's just my opinion, though. I mean, it depends how you want to look at your spell usage. But DD for Justin, actually. So I think...
I'm just saying, without the wall, Sven had stun on hold, but he couldn't get out, so he walked away from the fight.
Dire team's
Oh,
pushing
okay.
bot, and the Radiant team is
DD
gearing up
Sven,
there.
very scary, yes. They scattered the DD Sven, so are they still going to want to take this fight after they see that Hex onto the Pit Lord? It looks like they're going to have to take this fight now. And Sven, 2 shot, 3 shot, 4 shot, 5 shots and Pit's dead. Skewer misses. BKB gets dropped though. Sven is slowed, so he's going to be really hard for him to catch anyone else. But Gyro and thing on the way. Are they going to be... Okay, so they get the Shadow Shaman kill. That's 2
Ooh,
kills.
The Shard
Going-
kill as
actually,
well
3
on
kills.
Alpha.
Oh, okay.
Got the
He's
courier.
not gonna have his yeah, he's not gonna have his wards. That's quite unfortunate, but yeah, I mean, man, now the second half of the game has just all been the Dire making plays with Kenny and his Magnus and the Sven. So yeah, they're really finding their footing in this second half of the game, it feels.
Tim,
So
we
this-
talked about the
this,
Sven
strategy
item
of
build
those
with
two
previous. What do you think of Sven's item build on Justin?
I kind of like it. So he went for the one mom. Usually you go for a mom or a saber to get that farm, get a bit of mana regen. If you go for the saber, it's really nice. However, after that, you generally want to start getting these items that help you fight, right? You want to blink, you want to BKB eventually. After you get those kind of early games items, then you can start going for like, you know, your big damage item. Usually it would be like a Daedalus. If they have evasion, you can get MKB, or you can get an AC if it's good this game. But he opts to go for the Daedalus, and I'm really liking that. I feel like he itemized really well this game. Really hitting this nice timing with his BKB, so yeah.
And then power
Especially
as well.
with the Empower as well. Yeah, Empower just makes you a monster in the fights. So yeah, we saw in that fight, the Pit Lord pretty tank, goes down in 5 hits. ED and the ult, so yeah. Really nice plays from the Justin Warlock. I think he's been having a pretty nice game actually. And we can see that from him being the top net worth in this game, so yeah. Props to Justin, he's playing well.
One of his trademark heroes is Mid Sven. Lots of damage
Yeah.
when his team when he gets a bit of time, a bit of farm. Boom. Oh, this guy's caught out. What? He just ran straight up into. He has BKB. Though. I think
Yeah,
this is
so-
one of the best
he's
things
got
about not
BKB,
having
he's gonna
Echo
be on
Saber.
the
You can't slow him down. But now this Underlord just got caught out. RP. Oh, that's a good RP. Hit. Oh, hit. One more hit. Dead. Oh, it's gonna be a team wipe. Appa's dead, this
looks like
Viper's
it
dead,
is.
this Kunkka is by himself. Pushes the Sven towards him. That's unusual. Oh, nice stun. Excellent stun. Puppy. That was really, really good stun. Team wipe.
Wow, it's gonna be 5-0, man. Sven, yeah, it seems like they're just gonna be able to ride the back of this Sven to an easy first game victory. As it feels, because he feels like a monster in this fight with his BKB. They have nothing to control him really, so he's being able to run train, and with the Magnus RP, he's always finding the right heroes. So yeah, I think the combination of the Sven Magnus is something they're gonna have to think about for the next game. I mean, all that said, the game is not over, but it's like, yeah, it feels like this monster and this Sven and this Mag are just unkillable at this point. It's just like, he's such a beast in these fights, so
And
Yeah,
you
I'm
know
not
how
sure
we were
how
talking
they're
about
gonna be able
Sven
to deal
didn't
with
have Echo Saber to slow down the hero. Now there's a Orb of Destruction. So Sven can actually use that, reduce the armor, increase more damage, and also slow heroes down at the same time. I'm not sure about getting War with because he already has Warcry, but I think having that Orb of Destruction on really means he can get big crits when he hits once.
Alright, so they put the Aegis onto the gyro, really showing that they want him to be the frontliner now. Or maybe they just think that Sven is not going to die, so they just put it on a hero that can actually use the Aegis, so... what do you think about that? Do you think it would have been better to just put it on the Sven?
No, I actually agree putting on the gyro because if you're going to siege, it's easier to siege with high ground with gyro as well. And then the Sven can always blink in onto the backline and then kill the supports. And once the supports are dead, which is I think predominantly the Shadow Shaman with his disables, and I guess Viper, the rest of the team really don't have all that much. Unfortunately, Kunkka is very time-based, and he's going for a supportish kind of build as well, going an Ags Scepter and Ags Shot, so he has a lot of teamfight control. But once you get your other heroes dead, there's actually not that much people doing damage. And Sven can probably just blow up this Luna if Luna doesn't BKB at the right time.
Sure. X-Torrent combo coming down, but yeah, they're not really committing to that, so... Yeah, because Upper and Luna are actually top lane wanting to get the tower, so they recognize that they can't, on a 5-on-5 team fight, they can't actually win the fight. Gyro TP's out now, they know this, they see him top, so maybe they want to do something bot, but no, it looks like they're just going to back out. Yeah, also another point about the Sven Aegis, like in the chance that you do go down in a fight, like at that point you would have probably used your ult, you use your BKB. There's not much more you can offer after you respawn, right?
Looking
so
bot,
maybe that's
looking
another
bot.
reason.
So they're
why
going
they
on
put it
the Underlord, use ults used, a couple of right clicks, puts disable. Kenny's getting zoned out by
he
the
goes
Luna.
down.
And Luna uses ult, but there's BKBs. Oh, big IP. Oh, big ult. Whack, triple kill.
Oh, 1,000. Oh my god, that was a 1,300 crit, 1,600 crit.
Oh, the
And now
Agmax
Sven
attack
is-
shot just to
just
get it
kill.
back. Wow, Justin, ultra kill.
Ultra kill on Justin. Crazy.
And you know what's crazy? Gyro wasn't even in that fight that time. Gyro was
That's
farming
true, it
top
was a
and then came in
4-on-5.
afterwards.
So yeah, it just
But-
really goes to show that
At the same time, I don't think the Radiant team was there at the same time either. Kind of like 1v1v1.
true. The Pit Lord got picked off really early in that fight. And then after that, it just feels like the rest of the heroes were trying to get away from the combo. So yeah, there was a really good RP into a really good Warlock ult. Sven going in does not have damage
Have to be very
right now, so he's taking...
BKB.
True.
Oh,
He's gonna be able to
Magnus is
walk
caught
it
out
off.
by himself. He got shackled ward blocked.
And Magnus doesn't have BKB.
Oh, whoa! Wow, this
but
heal.
it's gonna be on
Oh, the
square.
Gyro's gone in. Oh, okay.
Okay, so overall they used the Gyro BKB, but they managed to get all their heroes out, and I think they're gonna be pretty okay with that after what looked like a pretty bad engage.
Saving Private Magnus.
The Warlock's heal
Actually,
worse than that. Doing worse than that.
Yeah, that's true. Sven was like, oh man, like, we're strong, we can go, but he didn't have any of his cooldowns up, didn't have BKB, didn't have ult, just decided to go in raw against a Pit Lord, and they are not killing a Pit Lord without the Sven ult. So yeah, he realizes that it's a terrible engage, tries to get out, baits Kenny, baits NG, but they all managed to get out, so
You
quite
would.
fortunate.
So
for
in a
them.
way, you would say that you don't recommend Justin going raw.
Yes, I do not recommend Justin going in raw. Unless that's his preference, I mean. Anyways. Yeah, what do you think the Radiant have to do to win a team fight?
This is rough. I actually just wonder where the damage comes from. Sven showing that when he gets ult and he crits hard and he does a lot of damage, on the Kunkka on the other hand, has a lot of really strong spells. But the issue is that once the Dire team BKBs, they just run through his spells.
Yeah,
And all his,
I was just gonna say.
it's gonna be like a 6,000 gold, items that just become completely negated.
Yeah, BKB is a really big problem, I was going to say, for the Radiant. They have nothing that goes through BKB right now, except for the Viper Strike, but yeah, there's no damage coming through once they get the BKBs off, so...
Oh.
Onto Kunkka?
Aiming for the Kunkka, just essentially using all his ults on him to kill him. Jason, Aegis just ran out, but he has a Satanic now, so he's still able to run in and just fight. He has going on the under. Oh, this Luna ult is pretty strong, but I think Leash is gonna go down. Magnus stopping the shackle, 2 hits, using a BKB to kill that. Oh, okay. I guess the team fight's already over anyway.
So yeah, 5 for nothing. Yeah. Once they, if the die can get their spells off, it's like the team fights really have monstrous team fight. So, I mean, I think what needed to happen was maybe the Shadow Shaman needed to get the jump. Yeah, they're calling GG. They realized they're too far behind. Sven is 10k net worth above the Luna, so they're just gonna call it. See what they can do in game 2.
Hanju and friends victory without Hanju.
Ironic. All right, we'll see you in the next game.
See you next game.